Hello, my name is Mark. I'm not that late. I mean, it's this kind of feud, not feud, just tension has been brewing for just a couple days. But I won't talk about it. But as Indonesian man, I don't know anything about black man, about everything. But I just want them to be treated as the same as like white, Asian, in every race. Especially in the world of pro wrestling, black wrestler or any other race of wrestler never get the chance of just being the face of just be the top champion in pro wrestling. Some did it and some made it, but just want to talk about it as a disclaimer. But this feud or just the tension between Swerve and Booker T, to me, it's not that. Uh, to me, I really I don't know what to talk about. I just don't know what to say. And is it bad? No, it's just that there's probably a miss communication because Swerve respond to Booker T, but I'm just trying to figure out what he's talking about. I'm black. I'm just trying to figure out if something happened to him personally. Maybe he thought he should have been bigger star in WWE. I hate that we're still talking about this race thing. I've been working for the company for a long time, and I know I've been treated fairly for 20 years. So Swerve answer. So
And I know I've been
Flat
treated
Flat is going to answer it. Just asking the question. I
fair for
just have a statement to give to Swerve.
the last 20 years.
That's not what happened when Vince called said the N word in front of you. That's not being treated fair, my opinion. And to that statement, it's not even what I'm saying. I'm saying what people are saying. I'm saying what your audience is saying. So it's not just me just talking out of my ass out of nowhere. It's what your audience has been complaining about for the better part of like 2-3 years from not seeing black talent even getting single matches on PLEs and stuff like that. It's not.
Because I'm black.
Now, as a wrestling fan, this type of like answer is not that bad. It's just that I know that he's talking the perspective of just a fan of Booker T, who's been like, hey, if you feel like that, I feel that you've been not treated badly. You've been treated badly. Not treating as like the goalpost of this pro wrestler of black pro wrestler. I mean, if you look at the history, like this past 10 years, or just you taking back to the 2000 or before the and during the same time, or the WWF versus WCW storyline, not storyline, just this rivalry between WCW and WWF, we're not seeing a lot of like black champion. Does certain people gets that chance? The Rock, if you wanna call him black, you go ahead. In WWF, Booker T, in WCW, and then the only thing I remember, those only two during that era, those two is just the pillars of that. This like the the black champion that we should get, and then during the 2000 era, The Rock still holding the title some of the time, but during that time, there's so many. I think not many, but we had talent, especially they had, not we, they had talent in the background like Shelton. The only thing I remember is only Shelton Benjamin. It's like one of the underrated talent. Like he could be the next stop. And then after that, we waited, and then during that time, especially 2003, we get to see Booker T again. He's the last champion for WCW, which is great, really great. But oh yeah, I forgot to mention that WCW had black champion too, in the name of the Ron Simmons, the damn guy, especially holding the prestigious title in WCW, not the big gold belt. I mean the WCW title one. It's not that great, but it's still acceptable. But go back to Booker T. He get the chance to hold World Heavyweight Heavyweight Championship. This is like the most prize because like the Raw World Heavyweight Champion is like the most prestigious and now the top champion in WWE. WWE champion is now go to Brock Lesnar and then kind of separated and then like the B title, quote unquote, even though the title is still one of the best title, second best or in that era, in that time, during that time. Um, that didn't happen. To me, it sucks because how the storyline. I know scripted, and then I'm going to show a video about pro wrestling bits talking about this whole debacle, and then I'm going to talk about it later after it.
People keep asking me, whose side are you on with the whole Booker T versus Swerve debate? Hilarious, because these all elite whites look at black people fighting each other the way Tony Khan looks at undrafted free agents to save the Jaguars after they shit the bed every season. I love that there's a black narrative in pro wrestling. Let's talk about it. But let's not pretend like Swerve isn't being used as a black pawn to make it look like Tony Khan cares about us. Swerve wasn't given the AEW world title until AEW made damn sure there was an end date. In other words, Swerve only became a world champion after AEW came up with a bigger name well in advance who was going to dethrone him. Sting said no, Daniel Bryan said yes, and then and only then did TK let Swerve become a token champion when that Nepo baby knew there would be a time limit on his title run. Now Swerve's going to be the next pig to slaughter against Dean Clambros in the Whitepool Combat Club come Dynasty. Quick question, where was all of Swerve's black power energy when it came to talking about Jon Moxley paying homage to a literal skinhead stable?
But during this, just the Triple H, Vince McMahon, the saying the N-word thing, I know it's scripted, but to me it's just like, why? Why you have to go there? I don't like it, but it's entertaining. It's entertaining. Don't get me wrong. But and then after this, like, kind of Triple H, Booker T, I mean, responded to the whole thing.
I know people want to hear about me clearing the air as far as Swerve Strickland, okay? And me personally, what's your thoughts?
I feel like for our audience, our radio audience and YouTube and podcast audience who might not have heard what is exactly going on, Swerve Strickland was interviewed on Vlad TV, and there was a clip that started floating around the internet, and he thought they paid him over. I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about. I'm black, so I'm just trying to understand if something happened to him personally. Maybe he should have thought he should have been a bigger star in the WWE. I hate we're still talking about this race thing. I've been working for the company for a long time, and I know I've been treated fairly for 20 years. So that was
which is, if you look at as a fan, maybe there's some distasteful moment. I don't think that's kind of fairly, but from we don't know Booker T's perspective, because if he feel like amazing, because he did amazing after the Raw, and then he went to SmackDown, became King Booker, and then have an amazing time. He brought his wife to be his side, and there's like the moment where he wants to just, that's it, I'm going to retire, I'm going to raise my kid, and then said, hey, and Vince give it a thumbs up and said, hey, bring your wife, like, go ahead, go do your thing with your wife. And they have like amazing chemistry, and then King Booker was a thing. He held the World Heavyweight title, have a memorable like career during that gimmick, King Booker gimmick, and I'm appreciating it now. But to me, it's still like I want him to be like the WWE champion or just the World Heavyweight champion during the Triple H era of holding that title, like the Doomsday Triple H. Just eliminated everybody. Hey, I don't know Booker T, but let's listen more.
Verbatim. That's exactly what I said. And I don't think you're going to find anything in that statement right there negative towards Strickland.
Well, you know what? Let's give some more context.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me play some more context, because Swerve Strickland actually did make history in AEW as becoming the first black AEW champion. We discussed that on the show, And here was your reaction to that.
I'm a big fan of Swerve Strickland, man. I saw him in the airport, a couple of months ago, and him and I, we networked a little bit. Then, but to see Swerve Strickland become the first black champion over in AEW is really, really, really awesome. I was listening to him talk just this morning, like when I won it, and then it was so like a run progress, for anything from a.
That was what you said regarding Swerve's world title win.
It's amazing, right? You see that appreciation, but to me, did Swerve as a fan that talking about, hey, you like WWE black wrestler or just black wrestler in WWE never getting, in my opinion, yes, in kind of that way, because during the, especially this, like I want to go back like 2013 or just the past 10 years, we only got a couple like but champion that are black, but never been the face of like the ultimate face of WWE. We got Mark Henry, we got Big E, we got Bobby Lashley, we got what is it again, Kofi Kingston, which is amazing. I only remember four, but those four are amazing talent that WWE kind of failed to do something. In my opinion, that they failed to do something with those four. Especially the recent one, it's like Biggie and Kofi. Kofi reign as a champion has been not that great. His just uh just his challenging to get that title was really memorable and loved by fans. So like chasing the title was great. This happened to with AEW too with Hangman Adam Page. Like the running or just go for that title, just chasing that title was memorable. But after that, they just don't know what to do with that title. And then during that time before getting that chasing that title, WWE title, Vince took a promo, but you're not that guy. You're just saying the same thing like Triple H did to Booker T in 2003. And it feels like we did the same thing. We could just say you're a BE player. You've been giving to up the opportunity back in 2008, but you failed. But it's not. Vince did the same thing. Same as Triple H did the same thing to Booker. And then his title ran to Brock Lesnar, which is amazing. And then 2021, when Big E holding the world title, he could be something better, maybe be better than Kofi, but it didn't. It ended with Brock Lesnar holding the title. So I want to see Big E versus Roman Reigns, by the way, even though it happened in Survivor Series, if I remember correctly. But I wouldn't mind. Instead, we're getting Brock Lesnar again versus Roman Reigns. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Roman Reigns as a. But I want to say four of them because like Roman Reigns is already that guy before, just not before, after, just after, before or after, I don't know. Before these guys have been in the company for a long time before Roman Reigns, but they never get the chance to showcase more. Like they didn't main eventing PLEs during that time either. So I think Kofi did. I don't remember. My fault if I'm wrong on that. But let's listen more.
That's high praise right there. I mean, and you know what? I don't like. Like I said, I was at an event this weekend. I was at an event this weekend in Richmond, Virginia, and lo and behold, who was at the same event with me, actually as a part of the same party. It was literally the first person I run into the morning of the event. And just like Swerve Strickland said, me having the energy when Vince McMahon said the N-word, I rest assured I had the energy when I saw him because I approached Swerve Strickland and I had a conversation with Swerve Strickland. Let's talk about the conversation. in depth as far as what I told Swerve Strickland. I had an offer to be on Vlad TV before as well, and I turned it down. And they called me back and they offered me money to go on Vlad TV, and I turned it down because I was not going to go on Vlad.
About the flat TV thing, I don't know much about flat TV, but I heard the guy, it's like the culture vulture, just pinning black people against black people. But I don't know much of it, but I know he did a podcast with a bunch of people, the culture vulture guys, with Cock Diddler, Akadidi, and gangbanger gangster who is bipolar. I don't know. That's the only thing. Oh yeah, and the white guy, another white guy, if I remember correctly. I don't remember. But I know, not bad. I know that he is a bad guy. Either way. So yeah, I don't know much about
TV and be exploited. I wasn't going to go on, on Vlad TV and him make me look like a fool in front of the world. I was not going to do that. And I wasn't going to go on Vlad TV and say anything negative towards any black man that's ever been in this business because I know how hard it is for all of them. And I've been the first one to say any brother getting his bag, I'm all in 100%. But I told Swerve Strickland to his face how disappointed I am in him as a young brother because all I did for Swerve Strickland ever was put him over and put him on a pedestal as being one of the best out there that ever did it. He deserved being the AEW champion. And for him to say something like that about me, I don't know if these guys think racism stopped in 1990 when I got in the business, but it didn't. Okay, you may not hear about a lot of racial issues with Booker T because I handled racial issues head first. I opened doors. I broke down barriers for people like.
which is true. I think we don't know about Booker T. I think he just playing it again, but just pushing forward and said, "Hey, I guess it is what it is, man. I'm getting my bag. I'm doing my job. I'm doing it professionally. I don't care. I just wanna here to the show, to do it for the kids, the people who were there." So I appreciated that, but um, remember he's just talking more like this man cutting a promo. But shout out to Booker T. But either way, there's a photo about like Vlad showing a receipt about Booker T. Was excited to do Vlad TV, but I don't care about those. But again, these kind of like head to head, which is this kind of drama. It's just to me, it's a misunderstanding because I think Swerve is just a fan who feel like Booker T being treated unfairly. He's just a fan and just feel like, hey Booker, I'm a fan, I'm a huge fan, but to me that you are treated unfairly, whether it's entertainment or not. You're supposed to be like the guy or something. That's my viewpoint on the situation and my viewpoint about Swerve maybe thinking that way, and Booker T maybe uh, took it the wrong way. I don't know, but the guy, and I'll discuss the video, but the guy who said that feel like choosing Booker T side and said that, hey, you are the token champion for AEW. You just accepted this champion and then you just losing to some to guy. After that, you have like this taking time where you just holding the champion and then you pick and choosing the guy who should beat you, and then that's it. And then now you do the same thing with John Moxley, and then John Moxley, where is uh the black power energy when John Moxley did a kind of promo, which is, I don't know, the promo was like this white supremacist or just neo-Nazi kind of promo, because he kind of took that line from some movie, I don't know, from a movie about neo-Nazi or something. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but maybe he didn't. To me, it's like, wow, you just speaking to me. In my opinion, did Vlad ask that? Or just about John Moxley? I don't know. I really don't know. But again, in my opinion, it's just you pick and choose uh where the story goes, Mr. Pro Wrestling. In my opinion, but I agree with your your feeling about those kind of situation. If Swerve answering those question about John Moxley, if he mentioned it, maybe he could remember. I don't know. Vlad asking Swerve, but again, this tension and this kind of drama, it's not to me. It's not that deep, but it could be deep if you feel like you've been saying that the Booker T selling out or just whatever it is. But DJ Flat has been interviewing a couple of guys in WWE. Maven did it, New Jack did it, even the former World Heavyweight Champion Mark Henry did it. Whether you agree or disagree with how Vlad, it's just that you could have this conversation whether you have you have to be, if you know this man is bad, you have to just engage with it. To me, engage and have a genuine conversation. If you felt like DJ Flat just stop you, you can have, you get that back in advance maybe. I don't know how this works, but at least just have this conversation and have a genuine one, and then stop it when you feel like you've been like, feel if you feel that you've been pinned or just this have like this butthead with other wrestlers. You can do that. It's either way, it's just man have decision. Swerve did take that deal, or just take that info, just have a genuine conversation, and genuine maybe his put his thought and feeling to our conversation. I don't mind that as a man. If you feel like if you want to have like this conversation with this culture vulture guy. But either way, to be honest, there's like, I don't know if they have like conversation again. Booker T and Swerve just patch things up and have a genuine talk with each other. Hopefully they can just again patch it up. It's just that to me it's just misunderstanding about the whole thing, and then hopefully just end it right there and then move on. We can move on with each other's life, I think. But again, to me, again, back to WWE. Currently, in this Triple H era, this Renaissance era, a black wrestler in WWE did not have like put in a championship. Currently, that is with Jey Uso and Roman, but like real black wrestler, there is none at the moment. The only one who gets main evented was the black woman, which is great. Shout out to the Queen. Shout out to Bianca Belair. She's doing amazing. But in the men's roster, no. We only get the Samoan, The Rock, Roman, and Jay. Like pure black African American wrestler, probably no. But the other side, in the development era, Sean just put some crazy talent. Javon Evans, uh, Trick Williams, Obafemi, put in the spotlight, which is, why is that hard to do? It's just Sean knows his eyes on talent. And Triple H did it too back in the day, but after that, when he got put as a main creative in WWE, he just cannot do the same thing with with the WWE Raw and SmackDown. With Carmelo Hayes, I forgot about Carmelo Hayes. He's doing side gig with The Miz. He should be in the spot with for the United States Champion right now in the mid card, but he didn't. I don't know what he's doing right now. I really don't know. But yeah, this like criticism and back and forth between Swerve and Booker T, to me it's just a misunderstanding. They should just have this like genuine conversation and then that's it. But it is what it is, man. I cannot expect them to just pass drastic stuff right now, but hopefully they just have just contact with each other, just have a talk, real talk about things. I think, for my point of view, I understand what Swerve is doing. I think he's thinking about as like the perspective of fan of Booker T, and felt like that Booker T has been mistreated, and Booker T, in his perspective, that I'm not being treated, I'm just doing my job, and then I face a racism ahead and just move in with my day. I just don't care. I just do my job, be professional, and let the fans roar. Just let the fans do their thing, and then when the opportunity, I take it. Like, I think Booker T had a valid point. Both of them have valid point. It's just that things get out of hand sometimes. So yeah, that's what I think. I think this situation should be just we should get over it. That's it. That's what I think. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. Oh yeah, like and subscribe.